Capitol Hill facing a spending bill standoff as Democrats deadlock in their attempt to pass two massive socialist spending and infrastructure bills. This despite the president's rare visit to the Hill to attempt to unite his fractured caucus. Here to react is House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee member, Republican Texas Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne. Congresswoman, thank you so much for being here. Now, you're new to Capitol Hill. However, did you expect to see this kind of overarching insanity in a bill? And also, what do you make of the dysfunction in the Democrat caucus that needs every vote if they want to pass it?
I mean, that's a great question. Yeah, it has been an interesting 9 months since I got elected and I got sworn in. We've seen just crisis after crisis after crisis within this administration, them trying to play catch up. Once the toothpaste has left the tube, it's gone, and they keep trying to go back and replay it. What have I found this week says it all. You see progressive members of the Democrat caucus that are completely in control. They have a four-vote majority in the they have a four-vote majority in the House, and they're tied in the Senate. And yet you see Democrats acting as if they have this huge mandate to be able to go as far left as they possibly want. They are trying to stick way too much down the throats of American taxpayers. And finally, some members of the Democrat moderate caucus, if that exists, are actually starting to push back. But what we've seen from the progressives is it is all or nothing. They want everything. They are not willing to compromise. They're not willing to talk. It's either all or everything. And unfortunately, what you're seeing is they are holding hostage programs that need to be passed. We weren't able to pass a transportation infrastructure bill because they're sitting there playing these kind of, third-grade politics. And it's really frustrating, I think, for members of Congress, especially the freshmen, but even more frustrating and disappointing to the American people.
Yeah, Congresswoman, Joe Biden promised a return to normalcy, right? He'd been in the Senate. Everything was going to go back to normal. Yet even Bernie Sanders is calling out their process, saying, how is this a way to do business? You're talking about trillion-dollar bills behind closed doors with mere hours to read bills no one would possibly read that have things like this in it, like free community college for illegal immigrants, electric cars. You've got tree equity. That's an important one. You got $3 billion for that, by the way, $25 million for bias training. Is there anything not dysfunctional about the way Capitol Hill operates? They said it would be normal.
If this is normal, I'd hate to see what they think is dysfunction. But no, and to your point about what is in the current bill that they want to propose, it is completely opening up our borders. It is recreating our country like no one has ever seen before. Not only are we not enforcing our border security, as you're seeing in places like McAllen and Del Rio, where we're having millions of people coming over. I mean, they're expecting 350,000 to 400,000 coming over in October alone. What you're seeing is them also offering them incentives, free community college, free school, access to health care, all for opening up our borders, and that is in the bill. And unfortunately, when you've got a bill over 1,000 pages, you tell me how many Americans, or how many Congress members for that matter, have actually read it, studied it, and know what they're voting on.
Of course not, just the lobbyists and the staffers who have been there forever. But before you were in Congress, Congresswoman, you were a mayor in Irving, Texas, I believe, and so you understand border issues. We know the Biden administration is not doing anything about it. But now the Texas military is vowing to build temporary border fences in Del Rio and other places, vowing to build as many, a quarter mile to 1/2 mile per day going forward. Is this Texas's problem to solve ultimately?
No, it's the responsibility of the federal government, which is why we pay taxes. I mean, if you think about the most basic of services that the federal government should be providing, it's national security. They've completely failed on that. They've created this crisis, and unfortunately for Texas, they're having to pay for it. You look at all of their borders and where these hundreds of thousands of people are coming in per month, and they're actually having to take the steps. They even had to start a GoFundMe page. Now, I paid into it to help build a wall, but they're having to spend their taxpayer dollars in addition to what they're sending to the federal government. And yeah, I mean, they're having to do that to be able to protect Texans. And by the way, that is a major port coming through, because once they enter the Texas border, they're being sent to cities all across the country.
So we've got the problem at the border. We've got this big infrastructure bill in Washington, but none of it includes, of course, any money for the border wall. Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne, thank you so much for your time this morning. Appreciate it.